Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're tackling something that's honestly a bit of a hidden minefield. It's a challenge every single student faces when making that leap from the classroom into the professional workforce. We call it navigating the blur. I mean, think about how seamlessly your online habits just flow from morning to night, right? You wake up, you scroll, you message, you post. It's an incredibly exciting time to start a career, but this 24/7 connectivity, it creates a massive collision between our personal lives and our brand new professional identities. And frankly, this is a challenge that simply didn't exist a couple of decades ago.
Okay, let's dive into this. Where exactly does your personal feed end, and where does work actually begin? Imagine for a second you've just landed a really great new job. You're pumped, you want to share your day, so you snap a quick picture at your desk. Or, maybe you just vent a little frustration after a particularly tough meeting. Now, in your personal life, that is completely normal behavior. It's just how we communicate today. But in a professional environment, when does a totally harmless post suddenly cross the line? It's a really subtle shift, but misjudging this boundary can actually have massive consequences for your new career.
So to figure this out, we're going to take a quick journey through 5 key areas today: the blurry digital boundary, scrolling on the clock, posting about your company, coworker privacy, and we'll wrap it up with digital workplace ethics.
Let's kick things off with Section 1, the blurry digital boundary.
Look, platforms like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and messaging apps like Line, they aren't just fun little apps anymore. They are literally the primary infrastructure of our social lives. And here's the kicker. They are engineered by some of the smartest people on the planet to constantly compete for our attention. They use dopamine loops, the endless scroll, and those perfectly timed push notifications just to keep us hooked. The core dilemma here is that these heavy-hitting platforms, they don't automatically power down the second you walk through the office doors. They create this huge gray area. I mean, where does your personal life end and work begin when your friends, your family, and all your entertainment are constantly buzzing right there in your pocket? You could be trying to focus on a super complex spreadsheet or prepping for a high-stakes client meeting, but your brain is fighting this exhausting, invisible tug-of-war against algorithms that are actively designed to break your focus. It really turns the modern office into highly contested territory for our attention spans.
Moving right along to Section 2, scrolling on the clock.
The biggest issue here is just the temptation. Using your mobile phone during working hours might seem entirely innocent. You probably think, oh, it's just a 2-minute break to check Instagram or fire off a quick reply. But let's frame that a slightly different way. If you physically stood up from your desk and walked out the front door of the office every 20 minutes to chat with a friend, your boss would notice immediately, right? Doing it digitally is fundamentally no different. In the professional world, this borders on personal time theft. When you're on the clock, your employer is paying for your time, your focus, and your productivity. Constantly shifting your attention back to your phone doesn't just shatter your concentration. By the way, studies show it takes roughly 23 minutes to fully regain deep focus after a digital distraction. But more than that, it violates the basic professional agreement you have with your employer. It's an internal boundary that requires some serious personal discipline to maintain in a world that is just full of digital noise.
All right, Section 3, posting about the company. So when we shift our focus outward, there are 2 major external risks that literally derail promising careers every single day: publishing company photos and commenting on supervisors or clients. Let's talk about photos for a second. Taking a seemingly innocent desk selfie to show off your cool new job might accidentally capture sensitive data on your monitor. Maybe there's a confidential whiteboard in the background, or, no joke, unreleased product prototypes just sitting on a shelf. There are actual real-world cases where an excited employee posted a quick dance trend in their uniform and completely by accident leaked a top-secret project sitting on a desk behind them. You might just see a cute photo, but a competitor, they see invaluable intellectual property. Now, the second risk is honestly even more dangerous: commenting on supervisors or clients. Look, we all have tough days, but venting about your boss or complaining about a difficult client on social media, that is essentially broadcasting your internal grievances to the entire world. It destroys trust instantly. And remember, even if your profile is set to private, screenshots last forever. One forwarded message can irreparably damage the company's reputation and absolutely tank your own.
And this brilliantly illustrates the core conflict. On one side of the ring, we have personal expression. This is your completely natural instinct to share your unfiltered workday experience, to be authentic and to connect with your followers. It's basically how you've operated online your entire life. But on the other side, we have professional reality. This represents the immediate real-world impact that your unfiltered expression can have on clients, your supervisors, and ultimately your whole career trajectory. That urge to be relatable and raw online often clashes violently with the need to be professional and discreet in business. What gets you 100 likes and laughing emojis on social media might easily get you fired in professional reality. The stakes permanently shift the moment you sign that employment contract.
Which brings us to Section 4, Coworker Privacy and Consent.
Stepping over the line isn't just about angering your boss or accidentally leaking company secrets, it's deeply tied to basic consent. We're talking about the interpersonal boundary here, sharing coworker information without their permission. The modern workplace forces different generations, totally diverse backgrounds, and completely different privacy preferences into one shared space. So sharing a funny video of a coworker during a coffee break, posting a group photo from a team lunch, or revealing personal details about a colleague's life on your feed might seem like an awesome way to show off your company culture, but without their explicit permission, it is a massive violation of privacy. What you might consider a harmless bit of team building, a coworker might consider a major breach of trust. Respecting these digital boundaries and getting clear, verbal consent before looping anyone into your personal social media narrative is absolutely non-negotiable. It's crucial for maintaining a healthy, trusting team environment.
Finally, Section 5, Digital Workplace Ethics. So, the crucial point is, this all boils down to digital workplace ethics. Think of it as a professional framework establishing boundaries between your personal social media use and your workplace responsibilities. For students who are just preparing to enter the workforce, this isn't just some boring set of restrictive corporate rules. It is a vital superpower for long-term career survival. It means having the emotional intelligence and the self-awareness to actually separate the personal from the professional. Knowing exactly when to just put the phone away, understanding the heavy gravity of outward-facing posts, and rigorously respecting the privacy of your peers. In a sea of constantly distracted peers who might make careless digital mistakes, mastering this framework makes you stand out as a mature, incredibly reliable professional. It guarantees that your digital footprint actually works for your career, rather than serving as a massive roadblock.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final, really important thought. Before you post that next company update, just take a second and ask yourself, are you crossing the line? Keep this question right in the back of your mind as you navigate your new professional environments. Pause, reflect on the boundaries we've explored today, and take absolute control of your digital workplace ethics. Thanks so much for learning with me today, and hey, stay curious.